start off with the resolution? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. Let me pull that out.
Would you like to bring that up in discussion?
Well, I was just going to say that Carlisle Beasley was the director of pupil transportation in metro schools from 1966 until 1999. So for 33 years, he was over transportation for metro schools. He died on Memorial Day this year, and during his tenure, he was named by his peers as the president of the National Association of School Bus Administrators, Man of the Year, School Transportation, News Editorial Board member, and later he was inducted into the National Association for Pupil Transportation Hall of Fame. So he was extremely powerful when the nation's, when we in Nashville desegregated our schools, and which was especially difficult considering that Nashville encompasses over 500 square miles. According to Bill Paul, a fellow Hall of Fame member, Beasley was an icon in the industry and achieved a record of safety that's unlikely to be surpassed. He oversaw and facilitated over 600 million student rides during his career, and he never experienced a student death or major problem. So, so if you want me to go ahead and read the resolution, I can do that, or?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Whereas the Metro Nashville Public School Board of Education resolution introduced by School Board member Jill Spearing to name the transportation building the Carlisle Beasley Jr. Building. Whereas Metro Nashville Public Schools Board of Education is the local governmental body responsible for providing public education to the students in Nashville, Tennessee, and whereas Carlisle Beasley Jr., a retired career employee of the Metro Nashville Public School Transportation Department, serving 33 years as Director of Public Transportation, passed away on Memorial Day, May 27, 2019, at the age of 83. And whereas his relentless focus on transportation safety for Nashville's public school students resulted in national prominence within the pupil transportation industry and incomparable perfect safety record of more than 600 million daily school bus rides for Nashville students without a single fatality or serious injury. Whereas his successful execution of the transportation component of the 1971 court-ordered desegregation plan enabled Metro Nashville Public Schools to become nationally recognized as a model for successful pupil integration. And whereas through the transition stages of the desegregation plan, Mr. Beasley routinely broke down barriers by meeting arriving school buses in areas of stiff resistance, regularly escorting anxious children to the comfort of awaiting teachers and principals, and intervening on their behalf in threatening situations. And whereas his successful safety record and selfless leadership style not only translated into national recognition for the Metro Nashville Public School District, but also translated into the acknowledgement from his peers with national honors, including co-founder and president of the National Association of Pupil Transportation, National Safety Council board member and chairman of its School Transportation Committee, Distinguished Service Awards, including which is the highest honor given from both the National Safety Council and the National Association of Pupil Transportation. He was also named Man of the Year by the School Bus magazine. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the building that houses the Metro Nashville Public School Transportation Department be permanently named the Carlisle Beasley Jr. Building to recognize the substantial contribution of Carlisle Beasley Jr. made to the students and the parents of Metro Nashville Public School District and the citizens of Metro Nashville and Davidson County.
So do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the resolution as read.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. Is there any discussion?
I have a question. So I know there's been some discussion about moving the transportation center. So do we just need to be cognizant of the fact that it all goes with it? So when we make that move, we're making sure when we talk about it, that the naming of it doesn't change. Because when we relocate things, sometimes we give it new names and people look at it as something new. We just want to make sure we keep that in mind if that ever comes up and it gets relocated, that the name does not change.
That's an excellent point. Thank you.
Will?
Yeah, I had the same question. And my first question is, are we definitely talking about the Woody Crest property?
Yeah.
Because there's several buildings out there. I mean, there's a,
It's the main one, yes.
okay. So Mr. Prophet, this may be a question for you, but in the future, if the property is redeveloped, is it possible that the transportation center moves to an alternate location or alternate locations?
There will be one primary transportation office building, regardless of the number of satellite sites that may develop out of that proposal. So wherever that main transportation building is, wherever the director sits, for example, that would be the transportation building, and that name would just follow with that transportation building.
Perfect.
Or
Thank
at
you.
least that's mine.
That's great.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. My follow-up question, Mr. Prophet, is there any cost involved?
Depending on what edification you want to provide, whether it's letters on the building or whether it's a plaque like a historical marker or something like that, it could run anywhere from $2,500 or $1,500 to $2,500. It's not substantial.
I was thinking of a plaque.
Like the historical markers you might see somewhere, that's about a $2,500. It depends on the script that you wish to add to that, which we would ask someone to facilitate for us. It would be somewhere around the $2,500 mark.
Okay.
So is that marker that is something that goes on the building or it sits in front of the building?
My personal opinion, I would suggest that we attach it to the building and not be a separate sign. I think it would, particularly at your entry, so that it might have a prominence there.
Got it. Okay. Any further discussion? All right. Have a vote. All in favor of naming our, sorry? All in favor of the resolution, excuse me, can we please raise hands for yes? Thank you. It's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, meeting is adjourned. Thank you. I like the music at the end, though, Gabby. Nice touch.
Piped in applause?
Feel for your patience. Trying to make sure I'm right on what.
So I know that
When and we'll do it.
Okay, so once I ask Jill to read the resolution.
it has to be read.
But is there something else? So that's why I was like, will you please read the resolution?
Yeah,
Jill?
yeah.
And so at the end when I said.
I think the election commission
That ties it all up.
address.
Yeah, yeah.